Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
We are on day 2 of our advent calendar, and it is my turn to pick a beer, and I picked one of Martin's because that's kind of what we do is we pick each other's beers. I was almost going to pick one of mine just to kind of screw with the flow.
Yeah, but one year you gave us identical wrapping paper before we even started.
I meant to. We should do that every year, so we have identical wrapping paper, so we don't really know who did what. But you're not the best rapper, so.
It is true. I am a terrible rapper. My rapping name is Pink Biscuit. No, but this bottle actually has 2 pieces of wrapping paper taped together because
you needed it to wrap the whole thing.
I needed to. It did the paper I cut. It didn't fit.
Let's just say that like some of my wrapping was like a little short, so I really had to fold it carefully around the bottle so I would tape it up.
I have a very good idea what you're opening right now.
All right, let's see if.
And it's
let's see if.
It's a throwback.
Is it? All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, there is no label on this. It's a return of last year's beer. It's a Westvleteren. It's a 12. I've never seen.
It should be 12. Wait.
Is this 12?
No, it's the last one.
No. I'm thinking it's so. Yeah. You know they have like an 8, 10, 12.
Yeah.
And this one's 12. And then the really crappy thing about the brewery here is they put the bottle on date. So this is from 2016
or 18.
This is a 16.
It's 16, right? Yeah,
it's 16. Yeah, they put this little bitty stamp on the top that gets very easily rubbed out, and it's so faint, and it's so like if you don't have the right light and you don't turn it in a certain like way for the light to reflect off of the blue ink, it's impossible to find.
Right. So last year you brought to the calendar, I think, a very recent version.
I did because I had it, and it was the beer. I was just like. This isn't really an episode beer, but it's a perfect Christmas beer.
Yeah,
like there's not really something you can pair with this that works with it.
So when you brought a fresh, I think it was last year's version. I figured I'm gonna go down in my cellar and I'm gonna find a vintage.
Yeah.
In theory. My cellar should contain older, but they couldn't find it.
but in reality, the older version did not exist.
It could still exist. This is the oldest I could find.
Okay. Well, I'm certainly not going to knock a 26. Well, what's interesting is they've changed the color of their bottle caps.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They don't use the black on them anymore. Oh. It's all goldish now.
Huh.
The only reason I say this is because I had a 12. Recently, within the past couple of weeks. So I remember that it was not I think they've standardized their caps. They just color the number now instead of the whole cap.
Interesting. So it's very dark and murky.
It is. This is one that I think needs to breathe. I think just straight out the bottle, it doesn't have the character and doesn't develop in the way that you want it to, but once it sits for say 10 minutes or so, and then you try it again, you're just like, oh yeah, I get why people love this beer so much.
Yeah.
But it's super nice, just straight from the can.
Did you say 10.2%?
I did not, but
that's the truth.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers. Cardboard.
I would say it's a little oxidized.
It's cardboard.
It is extremely oxidized. You still get the dried fruits, raisiny kind of notes, but there is a cardboardy nature to this.
It's ruined.
I wouldn't say it's undrinkable.
No, okay.
but the qualities that like make it such a highly proclaimed beer that people want to have vintages of, I would say somebody didn't do a very good job of storing their beer.
This one has been stored perfectly But as with all beers, some vintages are more prone to
oxidation.
Yeah. We were talking. Me and some of our other beer friends were talking recently about Thomas Hardy's Eldridge Pope. That's not Eldridge Pope who makes it more. Thomas Hardy's barley wine.
Yeah.
Where few of us have beers from 2005, 6, 7, and 2008.
I have a 2006, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
And I opened a 2008, and it was dreadful. It was like the cardboardiest thing you can ever imagine. But Björn, friend of the show, had recently tried, or more, within a reasonable number of years, tried 2005 and loved it. So that 5 and that 8 were drunk. There shouldn't have been that big difference in cardboard. And we've had older versions of Westvleteren 12 that didn't go cardboard.
The other thing is it's kind of flat. It's really, really flat.
Yes.
For this style and for what this beer is. It should still be springy and lively. It is oxidized, which means that oxygen did get into the cap, which would release the carbon dioxide, which carbonates the beer, but also keeps it fresh and young and tasting good. So,
but I promise it's been stored in a consistent temperature out of sunlight.
Yeah, I'm mostly just giving you a hard time because I know how much you value and prize your beer collection and how you treat the beers. So I know you've given them the utmost care and consideration.
So this one isn't completely ruined. The first flavor is this terrible wet cardboard. And then some spices and sweetness peek out. That's definitely not enough to save it. It's a dud.
Yeah, unfortunately, this one's real. It's real flat. It just lost its edge.
Yeah, I don't want any more.
No.
It's a sadness.
Yeah. So what do you give this?
2.5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2.75.
Wow. It's very generous of you.
Wow.
No, it's a sadness. But this is the case where when I go, I almost said dumpster diving. When I go cellar diving for weird stuff, I mean, there are a few more rap ones.
My gosh! Like you looked over and it was like, oh, we're gonna be a lot of surprises from your vault.
No. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of cardboard.
No,
but we're gonna get a lot of. Was this how it tasted?
I'm sure, 100% sure it was not how it tasted originally.
This one, no.
But I mean, like some of your other cellar finds.
It's not all cellar diving. I promise.
And I believe you. But
it wouldn't be a What's on Tap Christmas calendar post Martin joining without some weird stuff from a cellar. Come on.
I know. I really appreciate that. I love the weird stuff from the cellar. So this was a good one to add. It's unfortunate that it was oxidized, but I mean,
it's again.
Any day you get to add a Westvleteren 12 to your ticks, it's not a bad day.
And I feel like now it's becoming a tradition that each Christmas calendar has to include some vintage.
Exactly.
Who knows?
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up here. So have a Merry Christmas, and until next time,
keep drinking, you dum-dums.